Welcome back everyone. We've headed to Edinburgh. We're going to explore Edinburgh and its surrounding areas. To start us off, we're going to go to Up Hollywood Park to see Arthur's Seat.
Can't wait.
Let's go! This is what they thought St Anthony's Chapel originally looked like. We ended up talking to one of the locals who had a little dog called Alfie, and we've ended up on an Instagram page of a dog, which didn't expect today. But the man with him gave some tips, and he's recommended, instead of taking the main path up, if we take the grassy one behind over there, see Anna there?
That.
Yeah, so don't go that way, go that way, and you get much better views of the city on your way to the top. So we're gonna go that way. We had a quick break for lunch. We popped over to the Piper's Rest behind us.
This was lovely.
Lovely meal, yeah. We both had haggis, but in the party we have some intolerances, and I can't have dairy.
And it had like mashed potatoes and turnip or something like that.
Yeah.
So I asked them because they do roast to like substitute them for the roast potatoes, and they did it really, really well actually. They were like really happy with it. But they also had like a vegan burger with gluten-free option, so I was quite happy with that as well.
Yeah, there were definitely options if you've got intolerances or any kind of allergy to that. But yeah, they were really accommodating for us, which was amazing. And the quirky thing I liked about it, they got in the menus all written in like Scottish slang or Gaelic, and there's like a translation page at the front, which is quite fun. And then there was 2 ghost stories in the menu as well about a child piper below the city streets.
But we don't hear the pipe from the toilet.
Yeah, they remember if you go down to the toilets from the basement, they remember you can sometimes hear the pipes playing. And then what was the other one? The other one was a woman. I'll put it up on screen because I took a photograph of her. I can't remember what the other story was. Yeah, it'll be up on screen now for you to read.
Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome, folks. We're the Spinning Blowfish, and we're going to be playing some free music for you right here at Waverley Bridge. Do stick around and have a listen. Some of you have been here longer than we've been playing, actually, so I'm not sure we should be saying welcome to you because you're kind of welcoming us. So we'd like to play a track that we want to dedicate to anyone who's here visiting Scotland for the first time. Maybe we can have a quick show of hands. Anyone first time in Scotland? Welcome, folks. Welcome. Welcome to you. I'm glad you brought your enthusiasm from other countries. Some of you could have maybe brought the weather as well. That would have been nice. But never mind. I see you're well prepared and thick woolen jumpers, waterproof coats. Yes, but you never know what's just around the corner here. We might sometimes have a bit of rain, a bit of wind, a bit of raining frogs, all kinds of biblical plagues. We call this springtime. Please enjoy it. It's very nice. And we're going to dedicate this tune to you because we think you will recognise it once it gets started.
We saw an actual bagpiper in Scotland. That was really cool. It's called the spin. Yeah, with an electric guitar and a drummer as well. They're called the Spinning Blowfishes. Or Spinning Blowfish, which was it?
Blowfish.
Yeah, Spinning Blowfish. I'll leave a link in the description to it. But yeah, that was a really cool little pause. Had bagpipes and distance were like, bagpipes, quick, find them! And dashed off. not expect to walk across a small shop down the street to end up running into like a tiny museum piece of an actual bit of skin of William Burk. That's really cool. Like, apparently one of the spectators of his dissections after his execution just stole a tiny bit of skin and turned it into little artifacts, like the small piece in there. Yeah, maybe tiny bit the highlight of today. That's kind of weird and cool. I love things like that. So we just popped into the Royal Bank of Scotland's head office. A weird thing to do whilst on a trip to Edinburgh, but it was recommended by my granddad to go look at the ceiling, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
And, yeah, we were kind of like, oh, it's a bit weird walking into a bank just to have a look at the architecture. But then they've got like
expecting you to.
Yeah, there's like a mini museum bit in the middle of like the history of the building and how it's changed over the years from being like a manor house and up to a bank. There's a section of floor that's just glassed over, showing you the old mosaic floor from was it the 1860s, I think? I don't know, a date, like from the Victorian era. Yeah, it's like a little mini museum in it. Well worth it. You only need to spend like 15 minutes in there, but it's gorgeous for a bank.
Yeah,
like,
and the ceiling is really beautiful.
Yeah, the ceiling is the best bit, the stars.
It's best on a sunny day because you can see through the stars.
Yeah, the stars are all glass.
Yeah.
So you got and the sun coming through looked lovely. Oh my god. You know, it's a really historic building. Obviously that's updated to the modern era with like all the bank machines and things. That doesn't ruin the look. Like
no,
they've managed to update the modern era and keep it the 21st century, obviously how the bank has to,
yeah,
but preserve the architecture that looks gorgeous from history.
Yeah.
Well worth popping in there
Definitely.
if you're in the area.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's time to explore some of Edinburgh's surrounding areas, so we're heading across the Forth Bridge to see Loch Leven. On the information boards at the front of the loch, they've got a handwritten section of what's there at that time of year. Mary Queen of Scots was imprisoned in Loch Leven Castle, which you can see on the island, for nearly a year. She was forced to abdicate in favour of her son James VI becoming King of Scotland, who would then go on to become James I of England. After she escaped the castle and fled to England, she would never set foot in Scotland again.
And now the species of Darren is going into the wild after the melanistic pheasants. Are they pheasants? In this field there are 4 of them. Darren is after them, not to bite, to have a little look at them.
During the winter, Loch Leven is home to around 10% of the world's population of pink-footed geese. Imagine that, 10% of a whole species living on just one loch. So we're just walking around the loch, and a gentleman called Ross Mitchell just stopped us when we were looking at a chiff chaff up in the tree. And he's a photographer from the University of Edinburgh, and he's doing a little portfolio with portraits of people. We've been doing it for 3 years, did he say?
I can't remember.
I think it's 500 odd days anyway, walking around this loch,
Yeah.
and taking photographs of dogs and just people. And you guys all posed up over there and took a photograph for a book he's going to do about this walk and portraits of the people who use it. I think it's really cool. It's very interesting. I'll leave a link in the description below of his website he's given us, where he's putting all the photos. He's also on Facebook apparently. Yeah, didn't expect that on the walk today.
No, it was nice. He was a nice guy as well.
Yeah, he's really friendly. Yeah.
He said that we were really lucky with the weather actually.
Yeah, apparently the week before this has been horrific here. And we got the sun, so I'm not going to complain.
They could a portrait as well.
Yeah, that was really cool. So we're back at our Airbnb after our trip in and around Edinburgh. And I must say there is a lot to offer around here. From sites of natural beauty with the lochs and nature reserves surrounding the city. And in the city, just the history. I mean, you've also got natural beauty in the city with Arthur's Seat and all the walks around there. It was a nice hike to have in the centre of the city and to get views over Edinburgh. And the architecture is so historic walking around here. It's like barely a modern building. It looks amazing. And little quirky things you encounter, like seeing William Burk's skin, the serial killer, in that shop, like a tiny little box, like the mini museum. Did not expect that. I love it when you walk around a corner and you find something so unexpected. It's just like, wow, it's incredible. And just museums. Walking down sort of the Royal Mile around there, there's so many museums. We saw a museum of optical illusions, which we did entertain going in, but decided we'd rather just walk around and just see the beauty of the city rather than spending a few more hours in another museum or anything like that. But yeah, you could spend weeks here, and it depends what your interests are. But if you love history, nature, a good museum, you know, from history to optical illusions, you can go have a tour around the Mary King Street, which was the old plague street below the city. We didn't do it. I'd love to do it. I'd have to come back to do it. But yes, an actual underground street where the plague was a big deal, and they quarantined people in there. Very interesting. They've got a section about it in the Edinburgh dungeons. And you can also take boats out to go around some islands out in the Forth. As you can see, a gannet colony out there, there's puffins. There's something for everyone, and it really is an incredibly beautiful city. Highly recommend a visit. Words can't describe it, and the video won't come across how lovely the city is. Like, just walking down the streets and what you see is really beautiful. But I think we're going to leave it there for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you got something out of it, and we'll see you for the next one. Thanks, guys.